Yep.
All right, this is going to be round one. Matchup two, Down South versus SYG. Just a reminder, this is the best of 3, and every round is going to be maximum of 3 minutes. Okay?
We're about ready to kick off the first game of the day at the first event of the 2019 Los Angeles SpeedQB season. We have Down South versus SYG. Welcome to those of you who are just tuning in. And the match starts. We got Poseidon from SYG taking a dive into the snake. Down South is also occupying the tail end of the snake. Interesting strategy. Both teams coming out fairly defensive, locking down angles, trying to figure out this new field layout. Again, we're at Project N1 in El Monte, California. This is El Sapo, streaming live from Project N1. One player eliminated from Down South side, making a push into the right U cutout. Then we got one guy in the snake, Poseidon occupying the snake here. Got a little bit of a battle going on. Rooster in the back corner, Sosa back middle. Down South making the move past the 50 into the cutout. It looks like SYG is unaware of what's going on. Possible opportunity for Down South to take some angles here. SYG makes a bump into the mirror of the U cutout. Communication going strong on both sides. It looks like they've spotted the player in the U. Nice move up to the U to eliminate the player from Down South. Looks like he was taken out, filled him in. A little bit impatient there on Poseidon's part. Sosa filling in. Got Marty at the 50. Lying down to get a low shot. It looks like it's a 4-on-3 game, SYG advantage. I could be wrong, there could be... As these teams get accustomed or acclimated to the new field, we're probably gonna see a little bit more conservative play in the beginning as these teams figure out how to play this field. Sosa and Marty occupying the 50. Marty at the X, Sosa at the snake. Down South steadily occupying, and he just eliminated. Looks like Sosa is working towards an angle. Back right barrier is not occupied. All Sosa has to do is move up and line him up. SYG clears the field. Marty with the flag. And SYG takes round 1 of that match.
SY had 3 up.
4 up.
All right, SYG takes round 1. We're going to go to round 2, but switch sides, guys.
I think it's very interesting to see how these teams adjust their strategies after the first game. Both teams giving each other a look into what their potential strategies could be or how they're planning on playing the field. Again, this is the first game of the day. For those of you who are just joining us, thanks for joining us. We are live at Project N1 in El Monte, California. In our first match of the day, SYG versus Down South. This is round 2 of a 3-round match. Best out of 3. SYG winning the first round. We got Jonathan from N1 on the mic on the 1s and 2s.
Game is live on the board.
And SYG loses Poseidon off the break. 4-on-5, Down South advantage. Down South making a quick bump from the back left bunker into the U cutout on the 40. Seems like Down South came out with a different strategy this time, planning on taking the wings, occupying both tapes to make sure there's no movement. SYG did not get into their first spots, so it looks like SYG is going to be taking a defensive stance on an advancing Down South team. A little bit of lull in the action. Both teams are probably trying to get their eyes on their opposition's position. Rusta making a quick bump up into the 50, eliminating the back middle player of Down South. Rusta making a run and eliminated in the process. Looks like Demo is occupying the back left bunker for SYG. And Sosa now occupying the back right. Trying to lock it down defensively, shoot their lanes, cut down the angles.
Do you mind just straightening out that bunker?
Looks like Sosa's trapped in the corner. And Sosa's eliminated. Looks like Down South managed to take that round. Tying the score 1 round apiece.
All right, Down South takes round 2. The score is 1-1. Goes this side, goes to round 3.
Again, this is a 3-round match. So it's best out of 3.
Thank you.
Each team has a win. This is the tiebreaker. Guys, feel free to get in the comments, ask me any questions you guys want. I'll do my best to answer them, as well as any technical questions you might have. What's up, Nathan? This is Sapo from SYG. I'm doing commentary in the live stream today, the first event of the SpeedQB Los Angeles season. What up, CQB Junkie?
Round 3 is live on the horn.
We got viewers from all over the world tuning into the live stream. Round 3 between SYG and Down South. We got a little bit of a barrel roll right there. Obviously every field is different, provided the venues that we're working with now are existing fields that are tailoring their field layouts to the SpeedQB format. Obviously, the SpeedQB EU field was built specifically for SpeedQB, specifically for this format, with a much more SpeedQB geared presentation of the field. Currently, the rules state that double triggers are not legal in SpeedQB play. Single trigger with a trigger guard is required for safety issues. A lot of times, it also depends on the field's rules as well. While we do our own rules, sometimes safety rules need to be enforced by the facility of the hosting field. SYG seems to be having a breakdown in communication, playing a little bit more defensively. Down South doing a good job of holding down the tape side whenever their snake player gets in there. Hey, what's up, Delvin? Thank you. Woo! Rooster with the jump shot over the U. Down South losing their back guy. Rooster running up. And Rooster needs to pay better attention to what's going on in the game. And it looks like they wrap things up, taking the second win. 2-1. SYG takes the match. What up, Lee Jin? What up? Thank you for tuning in.
And that's right here? Trade? Hey, so that was a trade right here, ref from the ref on Rusa.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then how do you want to we say that was a trade on Rusa and down south takes it. 2-1.
But down south took it?
Down south took
Okay.
it.
So there was a trade. The referees called that there was actually a trade back there on that jump shot. The round actually went to down south. Therefore, down south took the round and took the match. 2-1, down south.
We're going to go to the next round. It's going to be no heat limits versus 1S1K. Go ahead and take the field now. Following this match, it's going to be LTD1 versus SOAS.
Rusa. That was ref call.
Flame Airsoft.
Trade, yeah.
In terms of branching out, yes, SpeedQB is actively branching out to all fields in the United States that have a facility that is interested in running SpeedQB games. Those fields need to get in touch with SpeedQB, and we basically take it from there.
This one's no heat limits versus 1S1K.
As you can see, Project N1's refs are placed in a very optimal manner. They're able to see a full view of the field.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Again, you know, you guys back at home, you have to understand referees are human. You know, their job is not easy. When they make a call, that's what goes.
Round 1 of no heat limits versus 1S1K is live on the horn.
No limit.
No limit and yeet combined on the right.
Combination of no limit and yeet on the right side and 1S1K on this side. I can count a total of 6 refs on the ground. One S1K with one player in the snake, locking down that tape side. The flag has not been in anybody's possession yet. It is still at the center X. This arena is in El Monte, California. It's Project N1. He had a gun malfunction. What was that, dude? What's up, Area 57? Thank you for tuning in. What's going on, Lewis? For those of you checking in, Sapo here live at Project N1 for the first event in the 2019 Los Angeles SpeedQB season. Obviously, we're here at a different field than last year. Project N1 is the new host of the 2019 SpeedQB season. This field was built specifically for the 2019 Los Angeles season. There's a total of 4 events spanning all the way until November. A lot of our European viewers are aware of this, but maybe some of us over here back home are not aware. But there is a European tournament in October, and the winner of that tournament will fly to the United States to play in the national tournaments, the national championship here at Project N1, SpeedQB 2019 season championship.
Round 2 is live on the horn.
Yo, what up, Harry? So you know, we're just out here. I know a lot of you out in Europe are feeling the heat too. It's hot as hell in here. We're dripping buckets, playing SpeedQB. I'm up here cooking. Yes, for sure, SpeedQB will be back in Canada. We were just there in Toronto last month at Siege Airsoft. Me, Demo, and Roosta went down there. We had a SpeedQB event with SYG hosting. Sorry about that finger. We were out there. The event went great. A lot of local teams. We see a lot of potential in Canada, in Toronto. A lot of the heads from Montreal were there too. LCKP. We had HPA out there. So it was lit. You know, everybody was there just having a good time. And for sure, we'll be back in Canada in no time. Yo, let me get the gimbal on this real quick. Oh yeah, we on the gimbal now, so no more shaky hand. Oh, oh shit. Hold up, guys. Sorry, technical difficulties. Right now we have a combination of No Limit and Yeet Airsoft versus 1S1K. 1S1K doing a good job of communicating with each other. Their back guys are locking down all the angles. Looks like the snake is unoccupied, and it looks like it's a battle of the back guys here. No Limit losing one back player.
Stay battery, sir.
Hey man, I'm trying. It's hot as hell up here. Yes, SYG did lose their first match against Down South. A little bit of frustration from that player, making a move that was kind of uncalculated, rushing up the field and getting eliminated in the process. 1S1K running down the field, cleaning up shop. Securing the flag and going for the hang. Yo, what up, Lefty?
So if it ends at 3 minutes and there's still everybody, then all right, guys, it's tied up 1-1.
I think next leg, you gotta use a GoPro to stream it. It's widescreen.
Yeah. Aries, what's up? I'm
If you want
actually.
to as well, feel free to hop down and just and take for the sidelines too, you know?
I did.
All right, guys, barrels to the wall.
I'm actually not competing this season. I'm going to be up here on live streams, on commentary, as well as other events.
Round 3 is live on.
Taking a little bit of a break from competition, just to handle business, you know? Conservative breakout on the side of No Limit Airsoft. 1S1K already occupying the snake. All 3 back bunkers are filled, providing a good amount of cover for the 1S1K player in the snake. Getting an extreme angle on their back players, applying pressure, creating a huge distraction. What I would do in this situation if I was 1S1K would be to push a player. That was kind of a waste of an opportunity. 1S1K should have taken that cue, known that No Limit was occupied with the snake player, and pushed the player up the left side to create some confusion and use that distraction as an opportunity to move up the field. If you guys are solo players, yes, if you guys come down alone, Project N1 and the staff will try to put you on a team to play in the event.
What is it? ATV, the tiny
1S1K feeling the snake again, knowing that was a safe route to take. Unfortunately, well, he got the trade, so it looks like he got the job
so
done.
there was a foul here, 1S1K. One of the refs said there's a no call.
According to the referees, there was a no call on the side of 1S1K, so No Limit Yeet takes that match. So as you guys can see, the referee staff is really out there enforcing the rules, doing their job, calling the penalties. Nothing's getting by them. Phenomenal job by the refereeing staff to catch these penalties.
So starting from this round on, as soon as there's a penalty, we will end the game. You guys are already used to that, so we're going to do that so that we get as many games as possible. So as soon as there's a penalty, you will hear the horn, and we'll move on to the next round.
What team is that right there?
SOAS.
All right, here we got LTD versus LTD versus SOAS. This is going to be a very interesting match. Both of these teams have faced each other before. They know each other very well, so it'll be very interesting to see how they execute their strategies against each other.
Round one is live on the horn.
As expected, we can see LTD taking a defensive stance in the back while setting up an aggressive attacker on the snake side. Aggressive push on LTD's side into the snake. They're poisoned up. Quick elimination for LTD. This will probably end really quickly. Matt Miyashiro moving upfield, eliminating all players. Putting down a statement that LTD is here to play. And LTD takes round one.
All right, we have LTD one with the black cap. Let's go ahead and switch sides, guys. We're going to go to round two. Go ahead and switch sides.
Those of you back home, that snake push was really nice. What you need to understand about how that was able to happen is that the opposing team did not lay down proper cover fire to lock down this lane, to shut down any forward movement. Okay, you can see that these spaces are very tight. There's actually very little room for you to get by without getting pinched out. So if the opposing team were able to get their back player in position and shoot this lane down, there would not have been an opportunity for their player to push up this far up the field. So he was met with very little resistance, which is why he was able to slowly work his way from the tail end of the snake all the way into the head, meeting his opponent here in the poison and sweeping in and killing everybody on the inside. This is round two just to start. LTD following the same strategy, sending two players to the back middle. Very little resistance again on the snake side. You can see SOAS's guns are up and running, and they're losing their back left player. That's a big loss for them. Looks like there's a penalty.
By the snake.
So there's a no call on LTD coming up the snake. What they're doing moving forward today to ensure a larger amount of games is that if there's a penalty, the game will be stopped. So in that game, the referees caught sight of a penalty on LTD in their snake player for a no call. So now this is round three. They're tied at one apiece based on the penalty. Legion, I was trying to operate the camera, so I wasn't able to see exactly where he was hit. And that's why we have so many refs on the field right now, to make sure none of that gets by anybody. Refs made the call, and that's how it goes. Rules and penalties are in place to ensure fair gameplay, and having good refs with good eyes makes that even easier. A little bit less aggressive this time from LTD, not sending their snake player in there directly off the break. So as you can see, I would say at least 3 out of the 4 games today involve some kind of penalty. So the referees out here are enforcing Soto in the back middle on the shotgun, in tandem with Figgy. They're probably looking for an opportunity to push somebody up, probably waiting to drop another body. Historically, LTD is known to be very tactical and play very smart without making any overly aggressive, uninformed moves. Not much movement from both sides. Both teams trying to lock down their shooting lanes. I believe Union will be playing the ninth match of the day, so stay tuned for that. Union Airsoft after a short hiatus. Oh man. A little bit of a rush move as Mag dropped out. Sorry, Joaquin, I'm taking.
LTD wins round 3.
Yep, LTD took that round, 2-1.
So we're going to move on to the next matchup. That's going to be Blacksheep versus Chaos Eclipse. Go ahead and make your round skills now. Following this will be Most Wanted versus Ned.
Could you just hang on to this for a second? Yeah. Just keep score, basically. It's really not going to get points, really. Yeah. It's just like 50 points per flag hang, 5 points per kill. It's pretty like self-explanatory. Basically, like it's not going to go by time.
For those of you who are just joining us, we're over here at Project N1. Salsapa here doing commentary on the live stream. The first SpeedQB event of the season in Los Angeles, the 2019 season.
All right, guys, it's going to be round 1 of Blacksheep versus Chaos Eclipse. Rail to the wall.
What's up to the 59 viewers tuning in right now from all over the world?
Round 1 is live on the horn.
What's up, Ghost? As you guys already know, I'll be back in October in the Netherlands for the SpeedQB EU tournament. SYG will be there along with some secret guest appearances to play in the exhibition match against the champion of the SpeedQB European tournament. Wide slide there, exposing his legs to the snake player. Ooh. Very conservative play coming from both sides. Finally got to push up into the snake. For those of you tuning in at home, CQB Russian is also streaming. So he'll provide like a different angle. So if you can probably watch 2 streams at the same time. Very quiet game. It seems like these teams are playing very conservatively as they get used to the new field layout. As you guys can see back home, this field layout is a lot tighter than the previous events at TAC. This field was set up with a lot of smaller bunkers, making the middle of the field much more challenging to play. So we do see a lot of snake action coming from all the teams. They're all trying to snake out, seeing how far they can push up. What's up, Flip? Yeah, we'll be live streaming the whole time, all the way up until 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Haha, Lefty, you know it.
5 seconds.
And Blacksheep Airsoft with the win.
I'm gonna give this to.
Blacksheep wins round 1.
Round 1 goes to Blacksheep Airsoft.
Hey, we want cartwheels next time. Remember that? We cast back.
Yeah, this is only the third match of the day. I think as the teams get used to the field, we're going to see a little bit more aggressive moves at the middle. If I was playing right now, that's definitely where I'd be going. So I think it's being a little bit underutilized right now. But it makes sense, though, that this snake right here is very attractive. A lot of angles to shoot out of. But I haven't really seen anything yet that really is taking advantage of this snake or these small barriers in the center. Lancer Tactical is the sponsor for the July event for the LA season opener.
Thumbs up when team's ready. Round 2 is live on the horn.
Blacksheep losing one player off the break, their back left player. Which means that this snake should be wide open for the taking. You know, this early in the game, sometimes teams have a hard time collecting themselves, gathering information and relaying it to everybody. See, one snake player has filled in. I'd like to see a little bit more communication from the front player and the back player. Some coordination to push him up further into the snake, past the 50. As you can see, like past this 30-yard mark, no one's really moving past it because it's very dangerous to live in here if someone does get in the snake. We have one guy in the U cutout on the far side, just underneath the SpeedQB banner. This looks like the spot that a lot of the teams are going to start to play to try to cut off the angle to make their closing game moves. What I don't see a lot of, though, is that both sides of these teams are not really working together properly. They're kind of like working independently from each other. And Chaos takes that game. So we're tied at 1 apiece between Chaos and Blacksheep.
All right, after this matchup is going to be Most Wanted versus Ned Airsoft. So make sure you guys are ready.
Yeah.
All right, teams, barrels to the wall. Referee's thumbs up when ready. Round 3 is live on the horn.
Got a little bit of a snake battle going on from tail to head.
We have a penalty, no call on Blacksheep.
So Blacksheep Airsoft was just assessed a penalty for a no call. The round is over. Chaos takes that match.
Right here in the snake.
So it was a penalty called in the snake player. Guess he took a hit, and the refs caught wind of it, called the penalty, and in the interest of playing as many games as possible today, they're just ending the game if there's a penalty. Again, we have 20 teams here that were pre-registered to play in the first season opening of the 2019 Los Angeles SpeedQB season. So pretty big turnout. First event of the season at a new venue. We're at Project N1 in El Monte, California. This event is sponsored by Lancer Tactical. This is El Sapo here. I'm on live stream doing commentary for today's matches. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to, I'm here to educate. I'm trying to let you guys know what's going on in the game. While there's no games going on, feel free to drop questions in the comments. I'll do my best to answer everything. I've been talking a lot about technical skills in airsoft. For those of you that follow me on Instagram. So if you guys have any questions about technical breakdowns, I'm gonna try to do that too. Those of you who are watching back home, and obviously a lot of you guys are SpeedQB players, you guys understand the importance of technical skills when it comes to snap shooting. This field is, in terms of square footage, is a little bit smaller. The barriers are much tighter and smaller, so players here have to play much tighter and use their cover in a very efficient way. It's very unforgiving. As you can tell by this snake, there isn't too much space for you to like crawl around. You have to make a direct, bump, or require some cover fire from your back player to squeeze yourself in.
All right, we're gonna skip that team. I don't think either team is here. We're gonna move on.
If it ever looks like a spot is easy to get into, it's up to the other team to spot that weakness and to kind of fill that lane. The reason why I think the snake has been so easily played is that these players that are running to the back bunker are not getting their guns up in time to lock that down. If they do get in there and they see somebody at the tail end of the snake, they should be sending BBs down that lane, locking it down. I'm not seeing enough defensive play from the back players.
This following matchup is going to be LTD2 versus AARP.
We got LTD2 versus AARP. Both of these teams are locals of Project M1. This is their home field. So they're very used to this environment. It's hot as hell in here. I'm telling you guys, if I flip the camera around, you see I'm dripping.
When your team is ready.
Super humid. But everybody out here is well conditioned. We're all athletes out here. Adds another level of difficulty to the game. LTD losing one back player out of the camera's view. One guy in the snake. AARP looks like they're occupying the back, right, and center and left barriers. With LTD pushing up to this snake. So as you guys can see, as we pointed out earlier, this seems to be the spot that a lot of the teams are doing their killing from. It's up to the other teams to spot this. I'm sure a lot of the teams will go back to their staging areas and discuss this and adjust their strategies. LTD eliminating their back right player. This makes the right side of the field much more open. He's gonna make a small cut, take that angle out, move a little bit, and tackle the back left guy. Very quick technical work, very tactical. Smart moves by LTD. LTD2. They take round one.
Correct. Yeah. I have to talk to Roy. It'll either be down south or SYG.
If anything is out of stock on the SpeedQB.com websites, whether it's the global or European site, it's thanks to people like you. Don't worry, we always got restocks coming in. So, you viewers back home that support SpeedQB, thank you for supporting the league. Thank you for supporting the brand and allowing us to do what we do. We're just trying to bring everybody together under one roof. I've been very active recently, along with Demo and Rusta. We've been traveling a lot, meeting all the other SpeedQB players across the world. I was just in the Netherlands a couple months ago, and I was also in Toronto a couple weeks ago. And things are lit right now. There's a lot of work on our end.
Round two is live on the horn.
And we're about to start round two. LTD sending a player to snake right off the break. Again, no resistance, allowing for a quick bump into the 50. It's a 5-on-3 game right now. LTD2 making the push up the right tape. And it looks like the game is over. LTD2 taking both rounds easily.
LTD2 takes round 2. And
Thin blue line.
move on.
It looks like you're paying attention. There's a lot of things coming your way. I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm just going to keep you guys guessing like we always do. And just know that we're hard at work to try to bring some real fresh stuff, some innovative stuff, purely for airsofters and SpeedQB heads. But that's not to say that, you know, some of the gearheads out there can't get down with us. I'm keeping you guys in mind too. You know, so I'm not discriminating. We're designing these products for everybody in mind, just to give you guys some fun stuff to play with.
That sounded familiar.
What team? What team is
What team?
Trimm?
Yeah, Trimm.
Right now it's Trimm
Versus who? Oh. We got Trimm versus Speed Reapers.
All right, teams, barrels to the wall.
Speed Reapers on the right side. Trimm on the left side.
All right, round 1 is live on the horn. This is Trimm versus Speed Reapers.
Trimm pushing up into the snake, into the 50. Speed Reapers losing 2 players very quickly off the break. 5 on 3. Trimm has the advantage. Trying to make quick work of... That was real fast. Well played.
All right, Trimm takes round 1.
Trimm taking round 1. Which guy? Oh, okay. We got a first-time airsofter playing a SpeedQB match on the. He's wearing the dress shirt. Yeah, the dude.
All right, it's gonna be
Dude
round
wearing the
2.
dress shirt. First time playing airsoft.
Hey,
Props to him, man.
Yeah, props to him.
Really aggressive playstyle from Trimm. I think they knew they were not going to meet that much resistance. So we got him pushing up into the 60 and the 50 off the break. It's obvious that the level of skill between these two teams is pretty high. It's a pretty large gap. But, you know, shouts out to the teams that are not as experienced. They're still willing to step in against seasoned veteran teams. But that's how you get better. You got to play against the best to be the best. I think everybody back home understands that. You're not doing yourself any service by taking it easy. You know, SpeedQB was made for the type of player that likes to push himself and to compete. You know, you might go play at a public game and it might just be too easy for you. And after a while, that gets boring. So that's why this side of the sport was created, for people like us that like to play really hard and to put their skills to the test. You know, win, lose, or draw, that's really what it is. We're trying to display our skills out here. We spend a lot of time and energy and money, you know, getting into this sport. And, you know, we're just providing a way for teams to put those skills to the test and to come together with like-minded people and just play. You know, like there's no drama here. We're just getting together, playing an honest game of airsoft. And, you know, there's a time for fun and there's also a time for competition. And what this leads up to later on in the season is a championship tournament in which we'll find out who is the best team in the United States. Current defending champions are SYG Airsoft.
Round 1 of Legacy versus Team Official.
We got Legacy versus Official on the right side here, and Legacy on the left in the navy blue.
Check the battery.
Round 1 is live on the horn.
And if the battery on the phone starts getting low, you gotta take it off the gimbal so you can plug it in. So you just gotta hold it. And then my cord's right there to my computer.
All right.
But you have to open up the screen so the batteries start charging. Flip it up and then close it.
Okay.
Start charging.
Got a guy taking a nap right here. You guys at home, keep the comments coming. Make sure to throw up those likes. Lefty, I don't know what you're talking about right now. Yeah, the European field, there's a little bit more space and open area. Again, I think these teams are trying to get used to the new field layout. They're playing pretty conservatively. Hopefully there's gonna be a team out there to try some crazy stuff and to entertain us. But right now, everybody's kind of playing to win, playing a smart, defensive type game. I agree, it's very interesting to see the different play styles based on the region. Lefty, if you're talking about that thing right there, it's basically three triangles, two tall triangles. It looks like a mountain. I'll walk down there later to give you guys a better view of these barriers. I think Russian will do it for free if you ask him. Shout out Streamline Airsoft from Oregon. We'll see you guys here. Shout out to all the Oregon teams, Vantage, Streamline, Dawson Airsoft. And they hit a time limit. That round is over based on time.
Is that round one? Was that first round? It's a draw. Yeah, no one got
So those of you watching back home, this field was designed to be much more front player friendly. In the past, the Los Angeles layout leaned very heavily towards the support type player and the X player, obviously. More running room. But what we did with the center of the field is that we didn't include that many tall bunkers. A lot of them are 3 feet in height to provide a challenge to the front players.
If they go fucking home and get kicked out, it's fucking boring. Alright. It's never happened ever, so we'll see. Stupid shit happens here.
All right, barrels to the wall. It's going to be round 2 of Legacy versus Team Official. Game is live on the horn.
This will be the layout. There'll be a few improvements made to the field. Team official locking down all black bunkers, playing defensively. Yeah, there really isn't much laning. I expected a lot more. Thinking, back in the day when it first started in Los Angeles, there was a lot more lane-heavy type strategies. But I think as the game progressed, some players saw that, by having your gun down sometimes and just making the run, you're able to make the spot a lot easier than you would if you had to keep a gun up and running. So maybe they're prioritizing position over defense. Ooh, nice quick reload there. Yeah, I'm excited to see, a lot of teams from different countries to eventually meet each other and play against each other, because right now it's all question marks, right? We don't know what that will look like when the different international play styles mix together, and what those teams will learn from each other in that process.
All right, fellas, that's the end of 3 minutes. We're gonna do a quick count.
Again, time ran out. Clock running out was something that I saw a lot of while I was in Europe. I think the reason why that happens is because, it's familiarity with the layout, right? Obviously, when I was in Europe, that was the first event that was played there. There were a few teams that had already had a chance to practice on the field. But what I've noticed in the history of our sport is that anytime there's a new field layout, you do see a lot of conservative play. I know these teams really well locally in Los Angeles. And I guess what I'm seeing right now is not that characteristic of how I know them. But again, I think this is just a way for people to get used to it and to learn. And after all, this is practice, even though it's taken very seriously.
Three is live on.
Team official doing a very good job of communicating with each other. And we got a push to the center X by, I think it's Jaden of Captive. We're finally starting to see the players start to push towards the middle of the field. This is probably the first time I've actually seen somebody play out the X all day. Team official has a lot of players up front. I'm not sure if they're being properly supported by their back players. Team official does have a full squad of 5 still on the field. We did see the last round run out of time. It's possible we might see that again in this round. The captive player being very tricky there, constantly changing position, creating chaos up front to create a distraction to allow his back guys to work. Unless we see some kind of push or a coordinated move, I think we're going to see a a little bit of a stalemate here. Team official losing one player. A little bit of a trade. And it looks like it should be easy wrap up for team official. So just like that, they just stayed patient, waited for the right kills to go down, and they wrapped up the game.
Who was 2-2?
2-2?
Because the tie and then 1-1. Round 3?
No.
All right, guys, this matchup ends in a draw, so we're going to move on to the next matchup. It's going to be Team Murder Inc. versus Captive. Go ahead and take the field down. So that's what I was getting at, because it happened a few times during Jungle where stupid shit like that. So then we had to basically...
What's going on, guys? We up here on the catwalk. It's hot as shit. You probably can't see, but I'm sweating like a motherfucker. We got Roy, Jonathan from M1. We got Matty Chains, the OG from OG North right here. Many of you guys don't know. Hey, Lefty said what's up.
All right, fellas, we're going to be Team Murder Inc. versus Captive.
I'll wait till Demo gets up here. Okay. I need you to post on that stuff.
Okay, so he's gonna take over?
No. Well, you guys can switch off. I was gonna have him come do score while I go help Lancer.
Oh, okay.
I just need to post on IG. That's my phone. But I need you to post on your phone.
All right, barrels to the wall, barrels to the wall.
So like,
Referees gonna need thumbs up.
if you unlock your phone, I want to take a screenshot of the YouTube and then post that.
Oh wait, real quick, Roy.
Yo.
What did you want? You need to play. SYG or down south?
Let's give down south another rep.
Okay. All right, round 1 is live on the horn.
Or actually, is down south? Who's up first in round 2? Down south or?
SYG plays SYG and then down south. The down south plays Black in the next round.
Okay, let's do down south then. Union. Take a screenshot of our YouTube channel of the live stream, and then post that on our SpeedQB IG. Basically, tune in. Of the live stream, yeah. Take a screenshot of the live stream on our YouTube, and then post that. Crop it, post it. Yeah, just so it shows like we're on YouTube live. No, but like in the YouTube player, you know, so they can see it on YouTube. Yeah, like
Vertical?
Yeah. Like if you go to our YouTube channel, it should show like a thumbnail, right? Yeah, do something like that one, and then let's crop it, and then like where it shows it's YouTube, you know.
Which account? SYG or SpeedQB, right?
SpeedQB.
In story or regular post?
Go regular post. And then story that regular post. He's right there.
All right, we have a penalty.
Alex.
No call on Captive. Center back V. So we're going around 2, switch sides. Following this matchup is going to be down south versus Union. Once again, following this matchup is going to be down south versus Union.
There, let's switch.
So I know someone was asking earlier when Union was playing. They're coming up next.
All right, teams, barrels to the wall, barrels to the wall. Referees, thumbs up when your team is ready. Round 2 is live on the horn.
Pay attention to the snap shooting style of this captive player right here. Notice that he plays very tight, not showing too much, not giving too much to shoot at, getting a little quick look, being patient, not rushing himself. Even when he comes over the top, he's not overexposing himself. He's out for a split second, he's back in behind cover.
I need you to stay here. I need you to sit with me. Yeah.